Hey sailors, welcome to the crew. I'm Sailor Janda, and this is my Let's Play of Rule the Waves 3 as the United States. It's March 1943, and we remain at war with Britain, having driven them out of Newfoundland and Jamaica, and we're struggling to expel them entirely from the Caribbean, and hopefully bring the war to an end. Hmm. Well, that's probably beyond my capacity to troubleshoot, so it's always been a bit of a finicky series of games, unfortunately. Not their fault. There's only like there might literally be like a dev or maybe two or three, but not exactly piles of them. Why are there so many British ships here? Okay, you need to keep turning before you get torpedoed. Okay, we just attempted to torpedo the destroyer, which is fun and exciting. That's Britain not actually having carriers in the sea zone or something would not be that surprising, really. Um, no, that's unfortunate. It's also, I mean, realistically, it's probably something to do with the battle generation files for carrier battles not being as worked out as they are for surface battles, but who knows for sure. Okay, why are there so many? There's like 5 destroyers behind me somewhere. Did they hit themselves? Well, I can check the post battle log. Probably not, but you never know with some of these, what some of these destroyers get up to. Yeah, I mean, obviously carriers were a later addition. They weren't from Rule the Waves 1, but they don't ever work. You still don't feel like they work quite as well, probably, as but, god damn it, as surface ships do. I mean, honestly, even like World War II era surface ships do work really well, but carriers don't work as well, for sure. Okay, we need to stop going in circles before all these destroyers catch up to us, please. Let's hurry up with those rudder repairs. There we go. We're gonna need to get out of here now. We've sunk one Conquest class light cruiser. We are going to bail and not try to fight 5 destroyers in the dark. Because if we get hit by a second torpedo, we're sinking for sure. What have we spotted? Oh, we've spotted the cruiser that we already sank. Leave it alone. I have a pretty high degree of confidence that that's sinking. The snake game? Yeah, kinda. I can see it. Oh, back to port. It is daylight now. We could probably go back, but whatever. We've done the main job. Sinking British destroyers is honestly barely even worth our time at this point. Worcester had heavier, less armament, but we have less armor, less speed. She had float planes. Yeah. I'm not too convinced by float planes on cruisers. I don't know. Wow. We sank 4 destroyers in that engagement? Okay, I guess we won pretty crushingly then. We lost, not this, we lost... Where's ours? Oh, we lost the destroyer Stuart. We sank the destroyer Stuart, Jed, Test, and Chelmer. And the light cruiser HMS Arethusa, which is the last of the Conquest class. San Juan took a torpedo, but she'll be fine. Britain's light forces take another beating. Yeah, I've never been, well, in real life, I'm sure cruiser float planes were quite useful, but I'm not sold on them in-game, if nothing else, because frankly, in cruiser versus cruiser type engagements, where they're actually likely to be relevant, you just pretty much spawn within a couple, 10, 20,000 yards of each other anyway, so the only time you really need to do recon is in, like, carrier battles or, like, fleet scale battles, and you should really just have a carrier anyway at that point, so... I mean, I know I stuck them on the heavy cruisers, but I don't feel like it's worth it on the light cruisers. I'm not even convinced it is on the heavy cruisers, really. S-band radar. Search and fire control radar 4. Yeah, and we have good enough radar that it's... And Britain has a rebellion in Nigeria. Oh boy. They're losing the war badly enough to get decolonized. Great job, Britain. They do allegedly have carriers here. I don't know if I fully believe it. I don't know why we haven't invaded Trinidad yet either. Like, how hard can it be? It's a tiny bloody island. I mean, it's definitely... I'm gonna sound like an idiot here. I'm fairly confident that it's much less populated than Jamaica. Definitely would be less built up as a naval base. We are making a profit, but that's fine because we've got... Yeah, probably got lost and invaded Martinique or something. Sink 6 transports, and we've been given 4 destroyers, namely Jewett, Ammon, Balk, and Haufman. Well, that's not a whole lot. Hopefully the convoy's not too well guarded. Look at that, a radar contact. Hi, Jofu. Yeah, I've ended up playing Rule the Waves longer than I meant to. But I'm enjoying myself, so we'll probably just stick with it for now. Okay, this would be the destroyer escort. I'm gonna try to juke out any torpedoes they launch. And Jewett's been hit by a torpedo. Haufman, you're at the back of the line, so you're probably more likely to survive than the others, honestly. We just fired so many torpedoes, and not a single one of them hit. Okay, there's the convoy, but I'd really rather we focus on the destroyers until... We took one out, at least. I would assume Jewet's going to sink. Yeah, she's definitely going to sink. It must be said that so far, all the ships named after people have pretty much lived a charmed life. But could change at any time, especially since they're all destroyers. Okay. We're going to do a quick little firing pass and massacre this entire convoy. Although, here come two destroyers off our port bow. If we could maybe shoot at them a little, that'd be great. That is not a CA, and I have no idea what insanity would possess you to think it is. But we're winning anyway, so. Plot armor is real, I guess, yeah. I don't think that's a CA either, but it's a really weird acting merchant. Did Jewett sink yet, or where is she? She just went off that way. Okay. What's this? Apparently there's two more destroyers somewhere floating around out there, but I kind of get what they're trying to simulate, but it's always kind of useless when there's random AI ships floating around that are on my side. I've pretty much never seen them actually accomplish anything. Whoa. That might be them launching torpedoes at us, though. So that'd be something they could accomplish. I wouldn't be shocked. Yeah, that is Starrett and Chauncey up there. Just almost torpedoed us. Great job, guys. Okay, well, the convoy's pretty trashed. I guess that means we chase after the destroyers. Oh, there went one. It's pretty reliable that once they stop, they're dead. Like, oh. Good luck with that, Amen. Haufman, you're the lead ship now, so you're next up to get hit by a torpedo. It's fine. The hell you mean? What kind of a spotting report is this? There are not two battleships there. Do I have friendly fire on for torpedoes? I don't actually know the answer for that. I don't. I don't know if I've seen it happen in this playthrough. It's not really that likely, but it's always looks dangerously possible. Especially with how trigger happy some of these destroyer captains are. The tea and the bananas both. Yeah. Britain's Britain's rationing hard now. Okay, well, somehow Halfman's all alone, but she's still floating, so. Came through another one. Oh, Be nice to that poor destroyer, Pro-Main. She didn't mean it. Oh, well. Somebody pick up survivors from Amen while you're down there, eh? That's a lot of survivors. Don't think anybody got around to Amen's survivors. Oh well. It was an American torpedo. It wouldn't have worked anyway. Okay, so we lost the destroyers Jewett and Amen. We sank the destroyers Lance, Laffery, and Lochinvar. I do love the British letter-based naming systems, even though this is the Victor class, so I don't know why they all have L names, really. But lost 2 destroyers, sank 3 destroyers, sank 16 ships out of the convoy. Apparently, the destroyer Llewellyn survived, albeit basically as a near total loss. But Man of War Bay. There's certainly some interesting location names down in the Caribbean. Ranger has appeared. I didn't know William D. Porter didn't appear in this game's name list. That's neutral peace. No, obviously not. Proximity fuses, 5 and 6-inch AA. Germany has entered the war on our side. That's quite something. Hold on a second. Hold on just a second. Okay, sorry. Oh, one. That's so that's our first new carrier commissioned. I kind of skipped over that. And the next one will be finished next month, so we're doing well there. Oh, you like the Wall of Flak? Yeah. Where did she just go? 28 medium, 19 light AA guns, 100 aircraft. We're getting there. Pennsylvania's have more. Oh, no area. I'll do it next turn. Britain will just absolutely not stop accepting these engagements. When was the last time they actually won one? So we have the light cruisers Amsterdam and Galveston. And, it's daylight. Still don't see anything. Oh, Britain, where are you? What? Well, that seems a little... What were my objectives? It seems a little uncalled for. I have carriers in this region too. Why don't I get any if Britain's going to? If the game just literally gave me these cruisers just so they could get bombed by British carriers, I'm going to be slightly annoyed. I guess I should have land-based air in the region, but, like, I have 6 fleet carriers in the Caribbean right now. You'd think it's not really that big a sea. You would think they would notice something. Yeah, it's probably the British CVLs, but I probably should send the... Where's Beale? There she is. She's only halfway destroyed. Yeah, go home. Where's she go? Okay, Santiago. I don't even know what I'm fighting. There's nothing here. There's just CVLs somewhere. Hopefully CVLs somewhere out here. Bombing me with complete impunity. Those just came from the south, but that doesn't really tell me much. Any attempt to target... I don't have any land-based aid. Remember how I said cruiser float planes weren't that useful? Now would probably be a time to have them. Well, it's still only, what, 2 light cruisers, 3 destroyers? They don't exactly have piles of AA. Although this is a modern class, but so they have relatively decent amount, but still in all. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Like, clearly there's a CVL somewhere, but there is no land-based air anywhere in the Caribbean, I don't think. Maybe I should rectify that, but I did. Oh, there's some in Jamaica, apparently. Because Britain builds air bases everywhere, but I didn't put any planes on it, so maybe I should change that. You know what? I'm going to a port, and I'm just going to stay there, because we don't seem to be finding anything, and apparently we're just going to get bombed every couple of hours if we stay out here, so... I have no idea what that battle generation was, honestly, but... Yes, everyone into port, please. Yeah, they had 1 CVL and 1 destroyer. Where? Now, they did spawn pretty close to us, to be fair. Well, close-ish. We were, what, over here? Or, no, we were here, I guess. But we pretty much headed in opposite. I was right. They were south of us at the time they bombed us there. If I ducked this way instead of that way, we actually might have run into them. Land targets? What is there to shell? The only land target I could possibly shell, I guess, is Trinidad. Like 500 nautical miles away. I don't even know how the British are operating in the Central Caribbean at this point without getting intercepted by our carrier-based air first. Rush, we've gained the blueprints for the latest Japanese 7-inch guns, which I have never, ever used that caliber. Improved ASW mortar/rocket launcher. More effective. And available on heavy cruisers and seaplane carriers. I'm going to send Germany a diplomatic note, but hopefully... Okay, we've crushed the British in Jamaica, and we've invaded Trinidad. Germany has managed to lose a light carrier for a corvette in the Mediterranean. Really, Congress? Sure. You look at whatever you want, I guess. We are making way too much money every month, though, since we finished those 2 Ticonderogas. I could try to get us up to 12 Charlottes as well, maybe. What do we have right now? Effectively 8 once the new one's finished. We could build 2 more or 4 more or something. I mean, everybody's got just piles of heavy cruisers these days. Also be nice to be up to 12 fleet carriers. Oh, right. Assign air groups. Well, yeah. Probably a good idea. Also, I guess I should put an air group on... Jamaica, probably, although it's a very small air base, so it's not likely to matter much. But let's add some patrol aircraft just for the sake of it. Yeah, Kingston. And we'd better assign air groups to the Ticonderoga class as well, since they actually exist now. I don't even know what to put on them, honestly. Let's see. $20 fighters. $40 fighters. $20 dive bombers. 20 torpedo bombers. And then... what? Practically speaking, dive bombers are probably... they're much less likely to run out of dive bombs. They run out of torpedoes quite a bit, I notice. And against other carriers, dive bombers pretty much work just as well, if not better. So I'm going to pile on more dive bombers. That's true, but they're not as, they can be outfitted with bombs as well, but they're not as good at hitting with them. I could also split it 10 and 10, but I'm pretty alright with it as it is. That is a lot of money to make. Oh well. They absolutely will not let up with the small engagements. San Juan and Amsterdam. Fairly sure we've had that duo before. Does the game have the naval attack aircraft that were common after the war, like the Sky Raider or Wyvern? I don't know the answer to that yet. I'll tell you when we get to 1960. I haven't gotten that far myself. I assume something, like, it can't still be all torpedo bombers if you get to, like, 1965, but... I would say I know it has missiles, and I'm pretty sure it has missile-based aircraft, so... you would think something similar. would be possible. Okay, somehow we've ended up chasing them here. Oh, wait. That's USS Portland and Houston. Okay, where are the Brits then? Well, our original track was where? Headed like this way? I don't know. Huh. Oh, yes, I see. So they could mount torps but didn't have a bomb bay. Yeah. I don't know if the game accounts for anything like that. I know it accounts for the transition to missiles. I don't know if it accounts for, like, effective combined torpedoes slash dive bombers. Also, I don't know where the hell the British fleet's gotten to. Apparently my heavy cruiser squadron's around, but I guess I'm going to sail right up to the port of Spain and see if we see anything. Currently, nothing. If they have a CVL again, I could try to judge it by the wind, but I mean, that only helps to a certain extent. The heavy cruisers have launched their scout aircraft, apparently. They didn't see anything either yet. Okay, this is a weird one. I haven't even gotten bombed. Okay, it was the CVL again. I have no idea where it was. Oh, it was all the way over there. And it sailed a ridiculous circle. Huh. I feel like at some point in the middle of the night we should have made contact, but... Well, not really. We started, what, like here-ish? We were going this way. I don't know why it's trying to set these up anyway. Like, there's still unrest in Britain. Yeah, I'll buy that immediately. Increase in submarine effectiveness. Foam extinguishers, better firefighting, and carriers. Struggling with 7 and 8-inch autoloaders. Apparently, the Brits are matching our electronic warfare. We've sunk... No. Germany sunk 2 destroyers, lost 1. Austria loses a destroyer, Italy loses 2. Britain has scuttled a heavy cruiser for lack of fuel. Okay, the San Franciscos are ready. I said I was going to lay down, what, 3 of them immediately? That is what I said, I think, but it literally does not even bring our budget down into the negatives. Okay, I'm going to also do what I said about the heavy cruisers, which is 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's still not really going to clear out the budget, but next thing will be either more carriers or A very large battleship, possibly. Could be in order once these two Ticonderogas are finished. It's about time they started declining battle, honestly. Oh, hey, we've invaded Trinidad. I should try to go for Hong Kong again, maybe. Oh. Well, I forgot about this. You know what? Sure, yeah, I'll join you in your war against Italy, I guess. Although that resets the timer, I think, but oh well. Yes, absolutely, that's an excellent idea. And we've taken Trinidad. No, it doesn't reset VP. It definitely used to when something like that would happen. Okay, well, we're at war with Italy too. I am less than concerned about that. I really don't think they're at war with Austria-Hungary. I don't think they're going to leave the Mediterranean. I do need more trade protection now. Good point. Well, all those Winslows are already in Southeast Asia. This one, trade protection. This last couple here, trade protection. That just about covers it. Yeah, I really doubt Italy will leave the Caribbean with any significant forces. We'll see, but I mean, they're fighting Austria-Hungary pretty tooth and nail there, so. Anyway, we've taken Trinidad, which means we control the entire Atlantic seaboard at last, with the exception of Hispaniola and the Virgin Islands, which, boy, Hispaniola must be feeling not too secure at this point. Sad thing is, there's literally no provinces in South America. It's just an empty landmass except for the Falklands. Yeah, I think the thing to do is to shift the bulk of the fleet, at least like the larger part of it. Wow, we do not have anywhere near enough destroyers available to escort all that, huh? Okay, well, we're going to move most of it through the Panama Canal. And we're going to invade British Columbia. Oh, literally cannot. Okay. Well, in that case, the target is going to be Hong Kong again. Well, I think you literally just cannot take British Columbia no matter what then, huh? Because I'm pretty sure 10 is the maximum for a treaty. Apparently you can't invade it, so. Just can't ever take it, I guess. However, without New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, or Newfoundland, British Canada is pretty neutered. I mean, it's just guaranteed completely cut off. So yeah, I mean, I guess we operate in the Pacific now. Maybe I'll move the fleet to some of it. Some of it could go to the South Pacific and try to pick things off there. I don't know. Honestly, we're pretty much ready for peace at this point, because, let's be real, Britain has nothing capable of giving us a real fight anymore. They're barely even outnumber us in destroyers, and they're way down on tonnage. Convoy attack, huh? Alright. Finally getting a battle generated in Southeast Asia. Thanks for watching, sailors. I hope you enjoyed. New parts will be up every other day, or you can watch live on Twitch. If you did enjoy, consider leaving a like or subscribing. Have a nice day, sailors. This is Sea Lord Janda, signing off.